The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. Hey, I'm Kaleb Paddock, the founder of 10 Talents Financial Planning, and this book by Morgan Housel is awesome. If you're a client, a 10 Talents Financial Planning client, you've received one of these in your priority mail envelope already, because every client, every ongoing client of mine, of 10 Talents, receives this book, The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. I particularly want to speak to one of the chapters in here that I just love. It's such common sense wisdom. This book is non-jargon. This is just like great observations, bite-sized chapters, easy to read. It's not your personal finance textbook that we're used to in the personal finance space. You know, save more, you know, cut expenses, you know, blah, blah, you know, all that kind of stuff, but just really helping you to understand the psychology behind these money decisions. The first chapter starts off, nobody's crazy, and that's just a great way to show that your experiences, your beliefs about money are rooted in real experiences, right? You're not crazy to believe what you believe, but you need to understand where that comes from. You need to understand that, like, most of your experiences are probably not really how the world works, but they totally influence the way you think and the way you approach the topic of money. So that's how he starts, is nobody's crazy, which is so true. But chapter 9 I love. Chapter 9 here is wealth is what you don't see. So he says here, spending money to show people how much money you have is the fastest way to have less money. So let me say that again. Spending money to show people how much money you have is the fastest way to have less money. That's so obvious. I think back to an advisor I spoke to back when I lived in the San Francisco Bay Area, and you know, they pulled up at a stoplight in a very expensive, nice zip code in the San Francisco Bay Area, and a guy pulled up next to them at the stoplight in a bright yellow Lamborghini. The 6-year-old in the car was like, "Wow, Dad, look at that car." And as it drove away, the 6-year-old told his dad, "Wow, that guy used to have a lot of money." From the mouth of babes, right? Wow, that guy used to have a lot of money. This 6-year-old had already figured it out. Once you spend that money, it's gone. In this case, for something that you want other people to see, Morgan talks about that. No one is as impressed with your possessions as you are. And this kid already started to get that. So kudos to that advisor for teaching his young son well, just that basic relationship. And Morgan speaks about it so well here. Wealth is what you don't see. So I encourage you, if you're not a client of mine, go out and get this book. If you want a copy, become a client and you'll get a copy. But of course, you can pick it up on Amazon or wherever you get your books. But anyways, I just thought it was a fantastic read. Thank you, Morgan, for such a great book. And looking forward to reading more of your work in the future. But thanks again for tuning in today, everyone, and I'll talk with you soon.